stream is up. Sending out the notifications. I think I caught that typo. It'd be embarrassing. Embarrassing if I tweeted that typo. I'll leave the typo in the Discord though. Alright. Where we left off, we had one area left before we had the keys to unlock the final area. Unless I made a mistake and misremembered. And we'll find out. I also may or may not have got myself some scrap while watching YouTube. Yeah, it's nothing too big. Nothing too big. Alright, what do you got for me?
Well, hey.
Wait, what? Gain 5% movement speed and 7.5% reload speed for every 25% of max health missing. Huh. Well, I'll grab that, I guess. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but sure, why not? Alright, let's see here. Alright, I'm gonna go to the Spectrum Nexus, I believe. Come to think of it, I didn't actually find a key in the train station, did I? Or maybe I did, I just didn't go and put it in. Alright, what do we got here? Forged iron. Alright. After I upgraded my 6-shooter, it's actually worthwhile to use that 6-shooter. Who would have thunk it? Alright, nothing down there. Get wrecked. One of these times I'm going to check those side paths and there's going to be a drop down. It's going to make it all the more worthwhile because, like, they do actually have things like that commonly. Oh. It's just one of those little animals. And yeah, I know that a robot's not technically an animal, but that was the harmless robot. And he took a sword to the face. me the green good stuff. No, no. Oh shit! Could you not? Oh my god! I didn't want to use my good move on him, but I didn't think he'd actually take that down like that. I also forgot that I was using a engineer now instead of a challenger. So when I put down the turret, I may or may not have been expecting a slightly different move. Kind of seemed like there was another guy that was walking on this path. Maybe I imagined it?
Okay, this is it.
Wrecked. Get wrecked. I did it.
That was rough.
I figured out a way to deal with those guys so long as I have a decent room to maneuver. What do we got in here? That room has nothing. Okay, so there's no real point to that little loop around. Get you. What about down here? Nope. I had heard that they increased the scrap amount from breakables, but I'm not really feeling it. It's probably like amount each time it occurs, but the frequency remains like mostly unchanged. I wonder what that used to lead to. It's kind of like corroded over and everything. Do 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 do. Nothing here. Enemies in there. Okay, no drop off.
Here they come.
There wasn't even an enemy aggroed on me. It's just I could see them. Wait a sec, wait a sec. Yeah. Wait, there's... Oh yeah, I got that one ring from her. Yeah, I forgot when I was like farming I had a ring on that just increased the auto pickup range. Direct. He literally just walked that entire distance to try to fist me. Alright, what the hell was that? God, that was painful. That was very painful. I almost died there. I gotta find a more reliable way to deal with them. Honestly, having that submachine gun might actually be much more beneficial. Like, it goes through ammo a lot more, but I would be able to breathe a little bit easier fighting those guys. Fucker. Are you done? We got a treasure chest over here. Great health rate. Forged iron. You know, honestly, I think I will just pull that out. If I get another one of those elites, I just want to be able to actually deal with them a little easier. I'll consider that a little bit higher priority than the reliance on the smaller ones. Nothing there. The entire thing was just to get some forged iron. Really? Oh well. Those little harmless guys can make you worried because everything's dangerous in this game. That's gotta get scrapped. It was a 9 scrap. It really doesn't feel worth it to like go around breaking these things. Where's my galvanized iron? What we got here? Boom, 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 boom. Checking down there. I'm guessing this elevator is going to take me down. Those walkies I see, definitely going to be just where I'm normally walking. No, we actually might be going up. Wait. Okay, there is no way down there. I thought maybe, just maybe, that there could have been something below the elevator. Well, we'll find out what's at the top of this elevator. And okay, my foot was itching pretty bad. The other one's itching too. It's not good. At least it was like while I was waiting and not doing anything. Because otherwise it would have been bad. Alright. There's a lot of stuff down there I can't get to. Actually, that one was probably one I was actually walking on. Actually, all those things down there might be ones I was walking down on. Huh. I might as well restock on supplies. I might be going into a boss battle up here. Yeah, that's definitely a boss battle. Actually seen this one a little bit because it was hard not to get spoiled a bit. Holy shit. Okay, that was doing a lot more damage to me than I thought it was. Let's not get murked by that. What? No. That was bullshit! It pushed me... It pushed me out of the arena when I was just clearly standing where I should have been. It was raising the platform up, but I clipped through it! Oh my god. If I was playing hardcore, that would have been... That would have really nettled me. That down on the ground. Oh, come on. It does not take long for him to kill you at those points. I'll get him eventually. The weapon down on the ground. Oh, that was some dumb. Alright. Actually, I wonder if it's actually better to use that gun myself. Oh, it got me as the pillars were raising and lowering. That's not cool. Wait, what? Oh, I see. It stopped me from reloading. God damn it. I'm gonna get him eventually. But yeah, that damage of just holding the gun was massive. Can I get him? Get wrecked, get wrecked. Centuries old Iris. Okay, okay, I got him.
Ooh, how's that, huh? You ain't so tough. Yeah, you ain't so bad.
Yeah, I felt that. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, I turned down the audio. I had completely forgotten that I turned down the audio. Has no independent power source that you can find, but it hums with energy. Light shines from within, as though the star that powers Nerud gives life to everything within its walls. It was not enough to create a star. The vast energy that had to be stored, transferred, utilized. Can a god create a power source so potent even he cannot harness it? I do not know, but for a brief time the Drizzer had done just that. Oh, I had actually went back to the crystal. I might just use it to restock. I can't believe I accidentally backtracked there. That boss made me so worried. Exits over there. Oh, we got a chest here. Relic dust. So that's the way to go, so I'm gonna check over here real quick. One of these is gonna drop off into something. Eventually. Assuming I didn't already come across one of them that did. Which is a distinct possibility. Let's go up to that exit. And hopefully get murked in the process. Alright, this guy's gonna have one of our keys.
Yeah, this looks important.
The convocation was comprised of 5 seekers, the heads of House Almaroon, each with a key to the core tower. It was they who determined the policies and course of all Nerud. Axiom Kediar was the most obstinate of the seekers. Eventually, I decided it was no longer practicable to even speak to him. Kediar believed that the Amba Ember, while necessary for nerds and navigation, warped the astropath's intellect to such a degree that our views could not be objective. Though to be fair, he trusted the custodian even less. Which, a little bit of skepticism's probably not a bad thing when you got this much power being taken into account. That's an elevator. Alright, where's this exit lead? Oh, this is the doorway that we've not opening before. Let's get more ammo. Checkpoint updated. I'm gonna see if the custodian has anything else to say now that I got this doorway open. Narud. Ascension Spire.
What do you proceed? Find the core and shut it down.
Alright. He has nothing new to say. Guess I gotta just go and shut it down. Of course, that sound effect is a little bit loud, so I think we're gonna see here. I'm turning it down to 80%. Alright, let's see what the core is like. Press right button to activate your weapon mod. I think I knew that much.
Good, you have arrived. Proceed to the elevator. Once you shut down the core, I will gain access and save Narud.
Okay, so that's why he didn't actually say anything when I went back to him. He's gonna talk to me from in here.
What are my thoughts on Alepsis Torah? Magister, I have little time for these idle musings. Our jump is imminent. The countdown is already underway. Very well, very well. Yes, I'm aware, Magister. I will state my name for the record. Precept Surus, Seeker Primus, House Almarunum. You will, of course, edit out our banter before entering this on the record. Good. Yeah, I will repeat it then. Precept Surus, Seeker Primus, House Almarunum. Alepsis Torah. The very jaws of creation looms just beyond our grasp. There can be no scientific explanation for what it is we know to be true. But the answer we seek rests inside that black star Alratha warned us. The doom awaits within. But every fiber of my being knows that we must make this jump. His great wisdom is a loss for sure. But the astral paths from the remaining houses assure me they can jump the ship without his aid. Preparations are complete. Each of the houses have sought refuge within the stasis chambers. A precaution against potential exposure, though the custodian assures us the shielding on Narud will be sufficient. The other Seekers have retreated to their stasis chambers. Only I and Seeker Maxim will remain to oversee the journey. Just speak up, Maxim. I can hardly hear you. The Guardian? No. The apostates have already secured his harness and prepared him for the jump. No. No. No, we can't delay. The countdown has already begun. Prepare yourself. Are you still recording this? Shut this off.
Huh. Their thoughts before they actually made the jump here. And they harbored their doubts. One of their greater minds, like, completely refused to help because he thought it was a death trap. Sounds normal. Power saver ring. Ring seems to draw energy from the wearer somehow, but not in any way. At max health, gain a 25% chance to not use a relic charge. Does that work if you're giving a relic to save a life? Because if so, that could actually be really nice. Because like when you revive a downed teammate, you use one of your relic charges. Custodian has been deprived of sufficient power source for a very long time. Energy conservation is key to longevity, whether biological or artificial, but I fear what effects the present situation may have had on Nerude's immortal caretaker. Ooh. Oh, this elevator is going up much slower than the other
For
elevators.
millennia, the Drazier sought answers to a simple question. Are we alone? Nerude was built to answer this question. I was built to care for Nerude. Kalratha led Nerude through the currents of space and time to the origin of energy in all its forms, to Alepsis Torah. The anomaly was unlike any on record. Massive in scope, purposeful in its composition. It appeared chaotic, but also intelligent in its design. Kalratha warned the Seekers. He guided Nerude to the gates of heaven, yet refused to step within. But Kalratha was overruled. The Seekers saw in Alepsis Torah an end to their quest, an answer to all their questions. And now, only I remain. The fate of Nerude, of all Drazier, rests in me.
Yeah, it looks like everyone should have listened to this guy. Don't step into heaven. It's not exactly meant for the mortals.
You have arrived in the core. Use the console there to shut it down.
Oh, that's
Once
interesting
complete,
in the core.
I can gain access and save Nerude.
There's definitely something in that core. I can see its hands and everything. Uh-oh. That's not good. Holy shit! Oh my god. It wouldn't even let me use a relic. Fucker. Get back here. I'm gonna kick your ass. the hell? Interesting. I'm guessing I have to do a certain amount of damage to the hand after it appears. Or maybe I just didn't notice something. What the fuck? Okay, this boss is definitely a little bit more interesting. Alright. How the fuck are you supposed to manage this shit? I get that I'm playing on hard difficulty, but holy shit. Not gonna lie, this guy seems a lot more bullshit than the Nightweaver was. And they actually had to nerf her because she was fucking unbalanced. Okay, so whenever at that part, there's a distinct sound before he does an uppercut, and there's a distinct sound before he does the black hole shit, and they're all going to be just focused on me for those. There's just no real time to fucking use it between those fucking laser shits. Can I even fucking outrun it with just normal run? Oh, that was bullshit. That was bullshit. They made this boss needlessly bullshit. Wait, he did more hands than, he did like 3 or 4 hands before he did that. He fucking got me. guy is annoying. Like I see some level of method to madness. But the boss just seems more bullshit than reason. If I could like disable some of those hands. It does have a life bar, but it has a massive fucking life bar. I don't think I can actually kill those hands. There's gotta be something I'm fucking overlooking. There's no way they expect you to do phase after phase after phase of this level of fucking retarded, irredeemable bullshit. think I had a ring that gave me shield whenever I like used a certain amount of stamina. Okay, that's gonna help a lot. That's gonna help a lot. I'm not gonna get my mods back as fast. Well, since I'm constantly dodging, I'll have constant regen. That should help me a little bit. I'm not sure I want to deal with this bullshit. I'm not sure I want to deal with this bullshit. I might want to consider upping my stamina regen for the strategy, depending on how things work. Prime time to do damage to him. Oh, I didn't have the other ammo out. Fuck. Shit. Let's get a heal out. Okay, it does feel a little bit safer now that I got constant fucking regen going on here. Fuck! I misjudged where that fucking thing was gonna be. God damn it. again. Faster stamina regen will definitely help for getting the shield regen back up. Damage as we can in on that. No, you don't. Alright, we're almost to the halfway point. Oh shit, I actually have that going on for me. I hope I missed out on half of it though. So close! That was so fucking close! Tempted to just pull this out. Like, instant reload could be really nice. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna do this. Companion engages enemies near target location. Companion returns to the handler and remains by their side. Hull reduces damage by 15% to all allies. Yes, I have decided that I have had so much bullshit here that I'm pulling out a dog. What? Yeah, that was some fucking bullshit there. The doggo saved me from said bullshit though, so that counts for something. I don't even know what suppression actually even does. Get up, puppy. God, that hurt. It seems to be a lot easier when I have a doggo with me. I suppose in many regards this will simulate the act of having other companions. Wait a sec. Did my dog just... I think the dog fell through the ground briefly. doggo up real quick. Stop hurting my dog. My dog is doing amazing things about keeping me alive. All my health back from this. You're gonna get wrecked. Come on, dog. Got this. Get wrecked! I didn't want to have to rely on.
Nonetheless, you were successful, and I now have access to the core. I and all the Drasier are in your debt.
Okay, yeah, that was satisfying, even if I did have to cheese it by relying on the handler. I didn't want to, but let's see here. You know what? I'm gonna go. Actually, wait. Is there? What did I actually get from him? Eidolon shard. There's no substance. It barely has form. Like holding a soap bubble that won't pop. Like a gas nebula that has been tamed in the palm of your hand. Even I cannot see the full extent Ellipsis Torah changed our world. The lifeless were given life, the living dead and the dead became something I do not fully understand. I'm gonna go to Ascension Spire here and see if he has anything else to say. That's right, doggo. We beat that big bad boss.
Much to do if I am to save the Drasier. I would recommend, if you have any unfinished affairs on Erud, you promptly attend to them.
Wait, why do I need to defend my
restore
affairs?
the Drasier, I must jump the ship into Ellipsis Torah. I will not do so whilst you remain aboard. I could, of course, but you would be unlikely to survive. As for your reward, take this. You have earned it. Now leave. There is much I must do.
Embrace of Shahala. Let's see what we got here. where gains 5% incoming damage reduction for each negative status effect or blight they are suffering from. Max 4 stacks. Originally designed to subdue livestock for transport, the Fetter used this technology to great effect when a previous version of the Custodian turned against the Drizzer. All of that explains why that one guy was skeptical of the Custodian. Centuries ago, the Custodian was designed to care for us, took control of Nereid's core functionality, and turned our own machines against us. It was a failure we should have foreseen and took steps to prevent afterwards. During the conflict, however, the Fetter were, for the lack of a better term, ecstatic. Yeah, the military organization got to go full military.
Do not distract me.
Well, I think I got a segment from him too. Alright. In any case, I'll go ahead and head back to the ward. I'm fairly certain my duties here are done. I made sure to go through some of the other places and catch stuff. So, let's see. Ward 13. Alright, Scrap Girl.
Well, hey.
Give me some galvanized. Yeah. We got 108 forged. I think we're
Your debt's
I
still
think
at
we're
2
good
now.
on that one.
Remember that.
Alright. Alright, what does my gas thing turn into?
Better be worth. What did you?
Spectral Blade. Performing a neutral charged melee attack. Wait, performing a charged melee attack during a neutral backdash creates a whirlwind of slashes. That sounds awesome.
Okay, that's all you
That
get.
sounds awesome.
Bye now.
Let's see how that works out. Look at that blade. That is a awesome blade. There's a little hand for the handle, and it's clutching a jewel. Alright, the life force of the Drizzer has somehow been imbued into this blade. When you strike, their force strikes with you. When you defend, they give what's left of their life for you. The Drizzer did not die in Ellipsis Torah. Though in what form they now exist, I cannot say. Nothing is lost in the universe. It is merely repurposed. It is unlikely, however, that their repurposing retains the former miracle of consciousness. A superheated laser sword with an infinitely sharp edge. Perfect for cutting anything. Alright, let's... Hmm? That's... interesting. It's a nice big-sized AoE. Wait. Okay, that AoE's a lot bigger than I thought it was. I can't. Every enemy in this radius here, between those two and this one. Okay, that is actually pretty useful. I'd have to take the time to level it up, and I do got some luminite crystals, but I'll worry about it later. 500 experience is what that boss was worth. Alright, alright, slow time wave. Leading. I should take a look and see if he has a better mutator for me. Continuously aiming, increases range damage. Increase mod damage, melee damage. Yeah, I don't think I need to worry about that. Indeed, until we meet again. Labyrinth. Fractured Ingress. We gotta get into the third world, which I know is Yisha. And they even conveniently show me where that one is. Wrecked. Oh, that's thunder in here in the game, right? Yeah, probably. Alright. Let's activate the biome. Thankfully, I've managed to avoid a decent amount of spoilers for this area. I do know that some events happen during a blood moon. I had the rewards spoiled for me for the final boss. And I know the summoner class comes from here. If I were a betting man, I'd say it's related to the blood moon. Maybe a Necronomicon. Oh, damn. That guy's built like a brick shit house. He didn't even give me scrap for dealing with his crab. That monster. You know, I'm gonna go left.
No, this isn't looking good.
This guy again. Okay, I gotta hit where there's no armor. That makes sense. Though once again he's not exactly providing me with anything. The sun, sister, first of the four. The moon, the warrior of light. Life, the ether and the matter of the four. Death, the great transformer of the four. Doe, the fleet-footed incarnation of life. The Ravager, the fanged incarnation of death. For sun and moon describe the skies and firmament beyond. Their whim will tell if tides are high or if the day has dawned. A fragile life must hang below, a puppet on a thread, and only choosing makes it so, to live in joy or dread. They called it the Ravager, a beast with furs black as sackcloth and teeth dyed red as blood. He made no more than mutton of the bravest warrior. Fear fell like night, death roamed Yesha. There were those who would have seen the beast slain, but the Ravager was never much glimpsed, but that the doe should follow. The green things of the jungle sprang from the doe's feet, and on what do green things grow if not the flesh of departed life? What would become of the doe if the Ravager were felled? What would become of Yesha? For though they may struggle always, their struggle serves to balance and keeps unharnessed death from above, from descending upon us all. A blessing of hope, may the doe step across your fulsome fields. May life's wind sound your pipe and flute. May the warm sun light your voyage home, and the Ravager's howls not bring you fear. And when the doe and Ravager their circuit run, when sun and stem weave life's gold thread, as life and sun support glow, all will be revealed to the bulwark of the doe. Okay. The doe and the Ravager are gods, and everything else was just basic information. If this account is found, I will surely die, but I love my Empress. Whatever happens to me, the truth must be written down for her sake. I who write this am Thane Keeper, one of many. My existence has been devoted to caring for the Tree of Life, and through it, the Empress and her mortals. Few know the hearts of both the Thane and the Empress Gina better than I. What she did for love. It began with the visit of the Krell's Poxeltuck king. Although the war between Pan and Krell ended years ago, raiding parties from both worlds continued to attack the weak and defenseless. Our truce was a sham, and our people still suffered. So it was that the Poxeltuck king came through the door from their world to seek an audience with the Empress, and Gina's, our gracious ruler, gave him the audience and listened to his tale. The Goblin King told a tale of sorrow of a terrible Cyclops who had demanded tribute of the Krell's youngest daughter. It had long been this way. That was the reason the king had called the truce in the first place. But after years of fruitless attempts to save his daughter, the king came to the Empress Gina as a desperate father seeking a boon. The Krell, he said, have ancient stories of other worlds, stretching back even to the times before the Pan had sailed the Dark Sea. Those stories drew them to Yesha in search of the Tree of Life, but their tales said nothing about the Pan. The Krell were surprised at our resistance and had to revise their estimation of our people. They came seeking life, not war, and they were surprised as we were. But the king did not come before our empress asking for the fruit of life. He sought a means to destroy his enemy and save his daughter. He spoke of secrets that only the Thane Keeper knew. Of deep caverns where the roots of the Thane Wind and Thane Wind and Wind was this is that correct? Okay, I'm okay. Into Yesha's belly sprout a very different kind of fruit. For the Thane not only produces the beautiful fruit that gives the immortals life, but also a gnarled gourd that gives certain death. The Goblin King begged Gina's for this twisted fruit. Please, he said. My daughter is all I have left. In return, he swore to destroy the painting connecting our worlds, thus ending the war for good. Gina's was wary, of course, but also moved by the king's sorrow. After 2 days and 2 nights of consideration, she summoned him and said, None of us swim alone. Take what you need and go. It was love that moved her hand, for that is who our empress is. She could not have foreseen what would happen. Hours after the gourd was plucked and the Goblin King returned to his world, a single leaf fell from the branches of the tree that never changes. More have fallen since, slow and seldom. But they are the first to fall in Thane's lifetime, and they will not be the last. Thane is dying. Many do not want to believe, for the Thane's life is the Pan's. But as one who has spent my life communing with the tree and who knows its song by heart, I can tell you with certainty that it is true. And I am equally certain of what will happen next. The fruit will fail. Her Majesty will grow afraid to lose both life and power. For who would not be? She will hoard what fruit is left, like the Norbear hoards its bread. It may be tens, even hundreds of years before any but Thane Keepers and the Empress know the truth. But when the others learn, there will be war. Yeah. Apparently, they fucked up when giving that poison fruit to the guy. The tree did not appreciate this. I know this as I know the beating of my own heart. When the day comes, let it be known that Empress Genius acted for the good of all people, and that she could not possibly have foreseen the cost. I know not why Yesha seems to have repaid good with ill, but I know that our Empress is now and always worthy of our love. I tried to do the right thing, bit them in the butt. In the time before the immortals, a Norbear and a Brillet were trapped in the middle of the sea, clinging together to either end of a plank of wood. Neither could swim, and land was nowhere to be seen. The Norbear had a single loaf of bread that it had rescued. Took several bites of the bread when the Brillet asked, "Will you please share some of your bread with me? I have nothing, and we must work together to find land." The Norbear looked at the bread and became afraid of how little was left. I can spare only a little morsel," the Norbear said, "for we do not know how long it will be before we are saved." And the Norbear tore off a single bite of bread, no larger than its nose, to give to the Brillet. All that day and all that night, the Norbear and the Brillet kicked in the water, traveling together as far as they could. The sun rose and no land was to be seen. The Norbear took another meal from the loaf, and the Brillet said, "Will you please share some of your bread with me?" Again, the Norbear looked at the bread and was wary, for though the loaf was large, there was even less than there had been the day before. The Norbear offered the Brillet another small bite. "Yesterday's work was hard," the Brillet protested. "I am weak from the effort. Can we not share equally? For you have much and I have nothing." "This is equal," said the Norbear, "for I am larger and require more to give me strength." "Well, we have done the same amount of work," said the Brillet. But the Norbear was afraid and could not give up more. "Let us work together again. Perhaps we shall find land today." So the Norbear and the Brillet swam for another day and another night, but still no land was to be seen. When the Norbear ate the next day, the Brillet said, "We've been out here 3 days, and your loaf is as large as when we began. You have more than enough, but if I do not eat, I will die." The Norbear looked at the loaf and thought the Brillet foolish, for though it was large, there was clearly less than there had been the day before. "If I share equally," thought the Norbear, "it will only last a few more days, but if the Brillet eats a little, it will last for weeks. Surely I can find land in that time." "You must not be greedy," the Norbear said aloud. "If we work hard, we will soon find land. Then you can have all the bread you want." The Norbear gave the Brillet another small bite, and they swam together for another day and another night. When the sun rose the next morning, the Brillet did not ask for more bread, and the Norbear was thankful. Once more, as the Norbear finished its morning meal, it looked to the horizon and sighted the peak of a mountaintop. The Norbear shouted in triumph, "There you see, we've done it together." But the Brillet did not see. The Brillet was too weak to speak. It closed its eyes, laid down its head, and slipped off the plank into the sea. The plank became unbalanced, and one end tipped high in the air. With a cry of panic, the Norbear fell into the sea as well, leaving only a plank and a loaf of bread atop the water. The moral: none of us swim alone. All things are connected to all things. Yeah. He was trying to think rationally, but the Brillet needed more than he was being given. And it cost them both. Well, where do I begin? It has been my life's pursuit to bring ink to paper, and yet I am at a loss. Let's also ignore the fact how I can read this otherworldly alien language. Facts. I'll begin with facts. And that means I must begin with the plague. Kolket was on the throne. His enemies in their graves. Coin, drink, and good times were available to his subjects. Then one day, rumors began to circulate of Pan falling sick in the outskirts of Angfarin. Overnight, shops and guilds and major settlements began to shudder. Before we know it, everyone knows someone who knows someone who died. There are whispers that this blood is all paid to fate, the price of Kolket's many wars, the bill due for his victorious body account. Weeks later, we all know death. We all know one who has the last of his line. We are the lucky ones, they say, but there's no one in sight. The world is poisoned to us now. And that's when Kolket tells us of the ships. No one who has sailed beyond the horizon has returned from the dark sea. Fools call it the edge of the world, a concept that seems ridiculous. For would not all the water rush off the edge of the table? But for all we know, they're right. Flat earthers. We got flat earthers in here. Yeah, we cannot stay here. At last, I know what it is I'm writing. A chronicle of the last voyage of the Pan. There was no one to wave to on the shore, but for one Pan's tear-drenched wife. Already the boils were appearing on her, so there was no chance of her joining. She wept and gnashed and kissed the air, and not 4 bodies away from me, her spouse ran with salt's tears, nearly sufficient to float the vessel. It was not an auspicious departure. I made straight for the dining deck, thinking to beat the crowd, only to learn how average my reasoning The entire crowd had the same thought. We ate shoulder to shoulder at long benches. The first day's meal was serviceable, even flavorful. How long can such luxury last? Forgive the holiday and my diligence. The last 9 days have been a blur of adjustment. Learning the service schedule, learning to serve, learning how to go from serve to servant, and back as the days turn. Learning to sleep cheek by jowl, for there is no privacy in the rest hold. No one thought to bring curtains. This guy was an elite, and now he's a pauper. Most nights I find myself on deck. An extra blanket so far keeps the chills off. I drift to sleep looking for the stars I know the fog forbids me to see. Never thought I'd long to see a stone, some clay, a bit of sand, but now I would trade my beloved second blanket for a glimpse. All around a gray-black water, and the midnight fog, for the whose sun-strangling effect the sea's named. The noonday light is barely twilight, and the nights are dark as the tombs of those we left on the home shore. This is some dark stuff. The ones who have tombs, at times I think of those who had not yet succumbed by our departure. A fly was on my mic. The woman who wept for her beloved on the piers. Does she lie uncovered beneath the indifferent sun, as mercilessly bright on her clouded eyes as it is dim upon ours? Or did the last Pan see herself to the tomb and pull the stone shut with her final breath? What is the point of persisting in this world, juggling when each day is the same? When this voyage through gray purgatory has become one long endless day? Perhaps the dead are the lucky ones. Worse yet, perhaps we ourselves died, and this is what comes next for those aboard these vessels. The thought chills me in a way no second or third blanket could forbid. Alright, he's starting to lose his sanity here. It is harder to believe how much time has passed. When I look at the eerily leaves in this volume, it is harder still to believe that the Pan who wrote those words ever made peace with the voyage. We've all gotten used to eating the fruits of the ocean, strange fish, seaweeds, crustacea, which we might have called delicacies back home, are now breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Some enterprising young soul has even figured out how to make a pudding of sorts by torturing the seaweed with the right heats and magics. I am digressing. The point I wish to make is that I cannot say if we will ever reach our destination. I commit this sentiment to paper now, but the thoughts first struck me some 300 moons ago. I simply never had the courage to set it down. In fact, it was the one thing that made me consider flinging myself from the deck, or even out the great lock, like our few unfortunate criminals. But no more. This is a life of sorts, for life is other Pan. Here on the sea we are together. On home shores we were being torn apart. It is all. And who knows, at tomorrow's daybreak I may spot land. So they managed to find a way to live comfortably, more or less, on the ship. So he went from depressed to happy to be on the ship. Alright. We got another book here. Spiced plums. 5 wicks of cured Norbear meat, sliced into thin strips. 1/2 cask of pressed sweet leaf syrup. 10 golden plums, 1 cask of water, 1/3 wick of crystal. In a dark, secure location, place the crystal into the water and let sit from sunset to sunset. Be careful that no light escapes the location you have chosen, else the Ahane will descend upon you and arrest your entire household. You are likely aware of this if you have acquired the crystal in the first place. The Hane will use it to harvest, but let us have none of the fruits. Slice the plums lengthwise into thin coins. Oh yeah, I remember talking to the guy from this world, he was talking about how like everyone uses the crystals that they're not supposed to use. They just have to be secret about it. I don't think that was any of my streams. It was just when I decided to exhaust his dialogue in Ward 13. Let's see. Slice the plums lengthwise. And thin coins in a deep pot. Alternate layer plums, Norbear meat, and syrup. Pour in some of the crystal-infused water with each layer. Being very careful not to let the water touch your skin. Continue until all ingredients have been used. Cover and cook over a low flame until sunrise. And don't worry, heat and time will reduce the water's causticity, leaving only a pleasant piquancy. Do not serve when the hane are near. Give me that chest. Alright, looks like we've exhausted the books of this area. Unless I magically find another one. Alright, we seem to be good on that. Doggo, you making noises and making me uneasy. Because you're not the only one making noises. I never bothered to look up, but the leaves are falling. That's a rather pretty tree. Give me ammo. I wonder, is my dog making him bleed, or is that just a normal thing for those guys? Give me that chest. Only one galvanized iron. I can see into this other area. I just can't go in there. What are you growling at? Oh, you're just sitting down and looking cute. Alright, I get you, I get you. Alright, that just leaves the big center area. I need a more efficient way to down those pan. Those pan take a lot of ammo. I could probably walk off right here. Oh, that's root infection right over there. Now, what do we got here? Can I open it? Oh, cutscene.
Boy, Anna, come, come. We have been waiting. That's far enough. Paxotech. It stands before the Eternal Empress, mistress of the Red Court, favored of the Thane. Yet it is nothing. Hoofless, feckless, interloper.
Easy now.
And where it stands, it dies.
Or maybe we can talk about this?
Dafka.
Fighting 4 of those
It
would
seems
suck.
it shall live. For now. But tell us, Paxotech, what woes does it bring this time?
Who are you? What is this place?
It stands before the Eternal Empress, once and future ruler of Yesha. Her Majesty asks once more, what brings the Paxotech to her court? Answer, for eternal life is not the same as eternal patience.
I need to find a beast of great power, hopefully one you want dead.
Her Majesty is unsurprised by its solipsism. From the Krell to Ford to the Destroyer, Paxotech ever served the wants of the self.
You know Ford?
There is no name more cursed in these royal halls. When the pestilence came, Ford succored the schismatics. Treachery turned to ruin.
That guy gets
Ruin
around.
to desperation. Her Majesty would see Ford bleed. Would see all Paxotech put to the blade. But the Paxotech prowess is fearful. Ford, the Destroyer, and others were staggering. Undeniable. Perhaps Paxotech's strength can serve to liberate rather than oppress Her Majesty. In her eternal wisdom will grant it grace. The Paxotech's life in exchange for another's.
Alright, I'm listening.
Her permanence has spent many lifetimes communing with the Thane. The Holy Tree grants euthanasia, but also clarity. The Paxotech needs salvation, power to overcome the only true enemy. Do not demur, for it has not the guile to see beyond her eternity. All dance to the same world song. Different notes, different parts, same tune. The Paxotech seeks the abomination. It would slay this creature, and her eternity would see it
Looks like we
slain.
got the
In
same
this
goal.
way, it will prove its loyalty and worth. For Her Majesty will not suffer another transgressor.
It doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
It deserves death, yet spits at the alternative. Her infinitude is too gracious, yet let it decide. Her permanence savors either outcome. She desires only to bring the Nunyatav back to the pen, to draw her people back from the abyss created by the Sundering. But the abomination bedevils her will. A horror, wretched in her sight. Let the Paxeltech face this dark spirit. Be not her bane, but her blade. Then the Paxeltech shall have its reward.
I have questions.
Ask then, but do not test her eternity's grace.
What exactly is this abomination?
Does it need a reason to obey eternity?
Well, I need to know what it is.
Perhaps hating the fiend as we do would sharpen its edge. We once had a guardian, a god of many faces. This one of many was destroyed by Paxeltech. And now, in the Guardian's rotting remains, root and ruin have entwined into a horror and mockery of divinity.
And this thing keeps you from restoring your people?
Just so.
Let's see. What will happen if I slay the abomination?
Peace and greatness, Paxeltech. Nun-Tav will once again return to the Eternal Court, bringing immortality to the deserved. And the Deathless One will put her hoof through the black heart of the root.
I like the sound of
The
that.
end of the root is a blessing to all. Her eternity aches to sing them into oblivion.
What happened to this place? You spoke
When
of a
the
sundering.
dark spirit wormed its decay into our god, the husk of the blessed Thane grew malign. The eternal ziggurat was torn asunder. Our world now hangs by its tendrils, and our future by a strand of hope thinner still.
That's terrible, I'm
Its
sorry.
sympathy is poor recompense for what its kind have cost the pan.
How are you communicating with her permanence? I don't hear anything.
The foolish Kuri could sooner comprehend the desires of the sun than the Paxeltech could grasp the powers of her permanence.
Try me. I'm a pretty clever
It
bird.
speaks above its station. We do not explain ourselves to Paxeltech. If it asks again, her answer shall be written in steel.
I understand. I think I get the shape of things.
Path to desire is neither easy nor safe. Go forth, blade. Cut away the rot that plagues this world. Prove there is one Paxeltech that is more useful living than dead.
What do we got here? Can't go there. I assume those doors are probably related to if I decided to actually fight them instead of side with them. Nothing there. Your little kingdom's falling into ruin, guy. Alright, let's go to the root area. In some regards, this is kind of pretty, but I know the cause. The cause itself is not so pretty. Yeah, I think I'll use this checkpoint and get back my ammo. Let's check quickly for some more galvanized iron and get some upgrades on our submachine gun, I guess.
Hey!
While carrying an engineer heavy weapon, gain 15% movement speed. Okay, that's probably worth grabbing.
Don't be a stranger, okay?
We stand a second campaign. Well, I'm still in the first campaign. It's just
What can I do for you?
it's taken me a while. Oh, yeah. I see why it could actually be interpreted that way. Like I'm on the third campaign world of the first campaign. I should probably clarify that. Let's see here. Interpretive dance. Let's see here.
Take care, my friend.
I don't think I can do interpretive dance. You're Shin. You can do whatever you put your mind to. Maybe. I did cop out when I was fighting the final boss in Narude. I was like, I pulled out the doggo so that it distracts some of the attacks, because even with my ridiculous regen build, it was getting obnoxious. See, whenever I use 25 stamina, I get shield. Whenever I spend 75% of my current magazine, I get shield. Every time an enemy hits me, it'll cause me to regenerate 10% of my maximum health. And while I have a shield, I get 3% of my max health back every second while the shield is up. Only a noob doesn't utilize the full utility of their class. Well, the thing is, I abandoned my class to become a dog trainer to actually get the job done. But it's amazing having the dog be able to actually revive you. Nothing wrong with that. You're gonna have to level it at some point. True enough. I'm gonna have to eventually also suffer through the higher difficulties too after things get leveled up a bit. Power level 14. I fought the ghost final boss. I got the spectral blade from it. Oh wait, yeah, there's... Yeah. I heard about that. It's like 12 hours after you leave, you go back, and there's a couple items there. Look at you. Yeah, I tried to avoid spoilers, but... Holy shit! These things, I took so long that I kept on getting spoiled little by little. I really should have just, like, started, like, pounding away at the campaign, like, 8 hours a day, but... Alas... Not exactly, optimal here. At least these root are dying faster than the pan were. Killing those pan were like, was like cancer. Well, they might be pansexual. I know they had two swords. So they probably went either way. Oh! It's a big boy here. I don't like that these deer can just run me over. That's obnoxious. In the worst kind of way. Oh sweet, I got another galvanized iron. Run them over, show them how it feels. I don't think it works that well. Ring of the Forest Spirit. Alright, that's the mechanic's cog. There we go. Healing effectiveness increased by 15%. Or does rolling into them actually barrel them over? That would actually be kind of funny. No idea, just shoot them. Yeah. I do what I can on that front. Get wrecked. You having fun there, dog? Yeah, it's like in or out, dog. In or out. That is really funny sounding whenever he jumps around. Oh, I can shoot the bats down. Oh! Wait, what? A root archer. Yeah, you realize I just constantly heal if you're not hitting me. Do I get their blood bow? What are you doing down there? You know what? The dog gots this. He knows what he's doing. He's a capable doggo. Oh, bright stone. Have I actually had one of those before? No. Oh, it's a grenade. I think the dog is like instinctively breaking this. Well, in or out, huh? Well, I give me a few minutes. I'll try to make up my mind. What do we have here?
What summons me from my ethereal wanderings? New Czar. What kind of beast is this?
The confused kind, the kind on a mission, the human kind, or maybe you know the word Paxeltech.
Paxeltech. I can share my wanderings with you. But first, I seek the knowing, the truth of nature held within your ark. You want to answer? So I will ask. Answer these questions true, sweet beast, so that your ark may be known and your eye may open. And
All right.
to choose wisely, answer from your heart.
I'll try this out.
Consider that it is you who discovers the Thane, the tree that offers immortality to all who eat its fruit. You could share this gift with all, but doing so may lead to war and embitterment, to the immortality of those who do not deserve it and will only abuse eternal life. Or you could limit immortality to the deserving and thus, through the deserving, bring a better life
this
for
is a
all.
moral conundrum.
Do you give immortality to all, or only a chosen few?
Oh. Yeah, controlling it's probably the smarter course.
I see. You are a key witness in the trial of a thief. The thief stole money from a market, but then donated all of the stolen coin to a neglected orphanage. Telling the truth, even the whole truth, will end with the thief in jail and the stolen coin returned to its proper owners. Do you report the thief, or allow the poor orphans to keep the coin?
Yeah. Well, the orphans shouldn't have been orphans.
I see. Your closest friend is about to be wed. It is the day of the ceremony, and all are happy. But for you have learned that your friend's betrothed has had a liaison. If you tell them, it will ruin their grand day. If you don't, it may lead to later grief. Do you stay silent and enjoy the party, or tell the
They
truth
deserve the truth.
and ruin? You are the ruler of your people, but a small group of rebels has taken arms against you. You could seek out a mutual solution, but doing so prolongs the conflict and may bear no fruit at all.
She did.
Or you could wipe them out and end the conflict immediately. Do you treat with the rebels, or do you preserve the peace?
A good leader speaks first.
I see. You and your youngest kin often go hunting, but the younger has never felled a mark. One day, a magnificent beast appears, and they cannot tell whose shot struck true. You know that their shot flew into the bushes while yours found the beast's heart. But out of pity, you tell them that they struck the killing blow. Upon your return to town, your kin proudly claims the kill and is offered a job by the town butcher. Do you allow the butcher and your kin to believe your deception? Or do you admit the truth?
You know, the kid needs the help.
Oh, what fun this is! You have chosen your path, sweet beast. Your heart is true. May the power of the doe's eye free you from your incarnate shackles.
Oh wait, objective success. I guess I answered the questions correctly. Tell me more about this eye.
In the arc of every being, there are two eyes. We may see out of either, but most favor one over the other.
I think I
The
won that
Ravager's
because
eye
I had
is dynamic, driven, and endlessly
I was
hungry.
consistent in
Yet
both
for all its
like
power,
justice
its vision
and kindness.
is clouded. The eye of the Ravager rarely sees beyond its own satiation. Like an animal chasing its tail, it knows no rest. The doe's eye sees only what is before it. The gift of the doe is subtle, easily missed. It is a most mysterious presence inside oneself, conferring power without force, just as the doe itself cannot be sought, nor tracked, nor hunted. By answering true, sweet beast, you give me a wink, and now the gifts of your dominant eye will be open to you. Would you care to hear a tale? It is about those who see as you do.
All right. Let's hear what you got to say, girl.
I will tell you of Ramaril, the servant child of the Vaunt. I found Ramaril as a babe, large and angry as only a hungry babe can be. Nothing became of him, as it happened. He grew from a great, crying babe to a great, quiet Pan. He served without word or complaint. None knew his name, for though one might thank the creator of a meal or a washroom, who even considers the child who merely cleans up after? When the Krell came, they laid siege to the temple. None could escape nor call for help. All were doomed. The doe's eye opened in Ramaril that day. He was no fighter and had no training of any kind. But he lifted the largest shield he could find and told the others to run once he'd made away. He drove dozens of Krell over a cliff, and himself with them.
The self-sacrificing type.
Later, his masters came to me seeking to know more of this boy who had saved them, whom I had laid at their doorstep. I told them many stories. One might even consider them true. Is there anything else? Knowledge of me? Of our wonderful world?
Who are you?
You stand before Maedra, spirit of the natural world, daughter of stem and stream. My sisters and I are the glorious weavers of all wild beauty.
Well, she's definitely
When
a beauty.
mountain, spring, and sturdy tree trunk take your breath, sweet beast, that is us. That is our blessing.
There are more like you.
An immeasurable number. Mother stem and mother stream rely on us to sprawl and grow. Though we don't often commune with beasties such as you. Not in this age. Especially not since what happened to Kaula.
What happened to her?
A tragedy, beast. Tragedy most cruel. Kaula was fascinated by mortals, by your lives and stories. Unlike most of us, she made herself no secret. And you worshipped her with your short lives. Even built her a house. A temple, you called it. The root found her there. We godlings are not easily unwoven, however, and it slew her not. But perhaps it would be better if it had. For
Oh,
what
the
remains
root
is no longer
corrupted
the
her
I
sister.
knew. But we hold happy thoughts. Regret only wastes one life with another.
I'm guessing one of the
Is
bosses
there
is going to be
something
her
else we can
sister.
talk about? By day, a dappled glade of emerald branch and golden leaf, carpeted by downy moss. By night, sweet beast, the trees bewitch the lost and inebriated. Or so it was before this age of extermination. How I long to return to play. This age, for me, holds only decay. This has been just a lovely distraction.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your time with me. I enjoyed talking with you, and now let's see what that trait was. Let's see, bark skin. Reduce all incoming damage by 10%. That's a good trait. That's a really good trait. We got an updated checkpoint there. Let's check out this other stuff around here. Alright, I'd already been here. Oh, I didn't go underneath this area. That's what it was. It was all my doggo. It seems the doggo didn't get me any new items though. I wonder if you always get bark skin for talking to that girl. Come down here, Mr. Root. After the nightmares of Narud, Yesha seems calm and tranquil. Outside of the Pan Warriors at the start. Nothing that way. On the ground. Okay, that's the girl I was talking with before.
All right.
Arthur was not exactly the smartest of guys. Oh well, he gave me goodies, and that's all that really matters in the end. I can't help but feel that, like, eventually there's gonna be a bush that you could just crawl under. It's just gonna seem normal there until you approach it. Because that seems like the thing that would be done here. Alright. Oh, there's an item here. Straight point. Oh, I crit that guy. 800 damage with the sword. Oh, yeah. No. Get wrecked. What was causing all the explosions up here, though? Was that strange worm that I ended up killing? Galvanized iron. I always love to see that. Ugh. I have no clue why I did that. My brain must have malfunctioned. Alright. Is there any items over here? It doesn't look like it. Oh, I missed the chance to sword them. Never again will I be able to sword a bird like that. Probably will. Alright. I saw a golden glow over there. Did I overlook an item? Did I overlook a galvanized iron? I overlooked 2 galvanized iron. And a bunch of scrap, apparently. Get wrecked.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, that actually circles back over to there. He was trying to get to me. But because I had circled around it, it wasn't exactly working out too well for him. Alright. Before I send up there. Ooh. Yeah, this house is definitely different. It has a upstairs. Hey there, buddy. He should really learn the art of surprise. Hey, was that all that was up here? Just one enemy hanging out up topside? I guess so. Which means we can either circle back to that checkpoint or we can go to that other area. We'll go to the other area since I don't need to go right by the checkpoint again. All right. You got any goodies for me, Mr. House? He's gonna just go down there and fight. Yeah, there was nothing up there. I'm a bit disappointed. Give me that scrap. Get this bad boy down. Get wrecked. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Oh, I hear a siren's call coming from that way. Yeah. Senna, you gotta protect me from the siren. She's gonna seduce me. Two more galvanized iron, nice. Alright, I've already been in that one. Oh, that so looks like you could just crawl under there. That would have been cool if I found a hidden path there. Alright. Anything hiding here? Nope. Alright.
Music? That can't be.
Apparently it can be music.
Paxultek, it is here. Friend Paxultek, it returns.
Meet the Flautist. Wait, have I been here before?
Of course. Many seasons ago, Paxultek and I spoke of songs and... of course. It is not the same Paxultek.
It's okay, we all look the same.
The horns, it does not have them. A new friend then, hmm? So what brings
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
to
point
believe
out,
this?
guy, I have 4 horns right now. Looking for the god of many faces.
It speaks of the one of many. The once god and guardian of the pan. There is, or was, no being in Yesha more powerful. Yet now it is corrupted. It rests now within the Thane, befouling its very leaf and limb. Travel through this temple to the far woods, and on to the Widow's Court. The Thane can be found thus. But beware, friend Paxultek. The Thane is a dark place, bedeviled by the rot that now consumes our forest. Tread lightly.
Apparently it wasn't a siren, it was a bard.
Of course, Paxultek.
You said you've met other Paxels that cool.
Quite so. Paxultek have graced this world for generations. The Elder, the one it calls forth. The Destroyer, to whom many faces fell. The Wanderer, who faced the Ravager and lived. Alas, songs are not sung of Paxultek, but I am blessed to have met many. Its kind bring this one joy and song.
Alright, what are you doing here, man?
I rest only. These lands have not been safe since the one of many was taken from us. Yet none have bothered me here as of yet. The forest dies, Paxultek. The balance has either failed or betrayed us. There is little hope now, except in song.
The forest
Even
is dying?
now, yes. Corruption swallows all things, and the balance is held in check. Or perhaps the balance turns against the Pan. The outcome is the same. It began slowly at first. A remote grove in the forest. Then the death of our god. Now, even the beasts, the gods, and nature itself succumb to the rot. Some blame Paxultek. But though Paxultek have come and gone, the rot both precedes and remains. If fault lies anywhere, I think it may lie with the Pan.
From what I heard, the Wanderer from the first game actually ended up destroying their god, all their gods, and like those gods were actually holding the corruption back. So the forest dying is entirely the first game's fault. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Alright. I have liquid nourishment. Alright. What more can you tell me about this god?
Mortal faces lie, but the one of many is incapable, veracious beyond question. So goes the song. The god of many faces has watched over every generation of the Pan, even before our people found Yesha. Even when our songs praised the tree over the god, yet our negligence brought a cost. And the one of many was killed by, forgive me, a most recusant Paxultek. Now the waning of our great tree has allowed corruption to come, infecting our once mighty guardian. I fear greatly for Yesha, friend Paxultek. But we must hold faith in the balance.
Alright, what can you tell me about the Empress?
Ah, the eternal Empress, Genas the Perennial, mistress of the Thane, favored of forgive me, great Genas has so many titles, I can scarce remember them all. It was she who discovered the Tree of Life, and it is she who brings peace to the Pan for generation after generation. The Thane is our life. The Empress, our root. Yet the tree wanes, and corruption devours Yesha's every corner. Her divine permanence has protected us for long and long, but is she as enduring as the songs say? Listen to me. I must trust the songs. Hope and faith are kin, and one cannot have one without the other. May it return again.
Alright. What we got over here? Alright, Fido. Let's go into the great beyond. Burden of the gambler. Alright. We got a checkpoint here. I'll take that galvanized iron. How much of the galvanized iron are we up to? Oh, we have hardened iron now too. Nice. Okay, we got 28 galvanized iron, so I'm gonna head on back and get some glorious power here. And by glorious power, I mean I'm going to be upgrading my submachine gun a little bit.
Well, look at you.
Alright, we got 7 galvanized iron.
Stop by
I'll take them
anytime. You
all.
know where to find me.
How goes it?
Alright. Okay, we can get 1 upgrade of hardened iron. But I should probably, like, hold off on the hardened iron until I get my nightfall up. So, I can start upgrading my sword again.
You know where to find me.
My scrap resources are getting pretty low. Engineer's about to level up. I'm at power level 15 now. I can go there and unlock the other place. Keulu's Rest. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go down the path I didn't go down. See what there is on the other side of that map. It's probably just gonna lead me to another dungeon. Let's see. Oh yeah, I didn't actually even go fully over here. Wait. Are these things not explosive? No, they're just light sources. Hello, Mr. Root Guy. Oh, the door is like right there, right there. Metal worker. Let's see what we got here. Heavy weapons gain 5% ammo capacity and 2.5% max health. Oh, nice. I'll get a little bit more damage when I level up Pack Hunter. Galvanized iron. Get wrecked, Brute. Is there anything actually down here? Nah. It's just enemies. Alright, let's see what's down this alternate path here. Was already full up on ammo and everything. I thought I'd be able to grab on. I thought wrong. It's a good thing I'm not bothering to try a hardcore run for a long time. Imperial Gardens. It's just a quick path back. Why are you chuckling at me like that? Oh, nice. Quick and easy way back from there. Don't know if I'll ever need to worry about using those. Look, I'm in the bath, Senna. Come join me in the doggo. Don't do threesome, silly. Okay, the doggo can stay out for a while. How are you over there, dog? Where is he? He's just stuck on the other side. I'll find a way to get over to you. I go in from above over here.
It's over?
There's gotta be some way to get in there. Something I'm just not noticing. It's definitely not that way. Maybe from above. Wait. What the hell? That's a boss birdie. Well, I tagged it, but it didn't want to deal with my shit. Alright, I'll just have to keep an eye out for it again. Like I heard it. I just. Alright. Is the boss birdie coming back? There was another one of those guys. Oh my god, is that the boss bird? It does say it's got shocking on it, so I wouldn't doubt that the boss bird could do that. Oh, that was bullshit. It completely one-shot me. And then it fucked off. I think my turret actually tagged it, and it retaliated with the shocking.
All right, come and get some.
On this, the 34th day of landing in the eternal 1/6 season of light, her imperial eternity honors me with a heavy task. With each passing 10 day, the consumption, those false saplings that despise the balance and devour all that breathes, grow in force and frenzy. Her permanence has confided unto me the existence of an ancient palace, perhaps older than the Red Widows themselves. The safeguards a number of relics extremely valuable to the Pan. They must be found and safeguarded. The Eternal One would not say what these relics were, nor why they have remained buried for ages this time. I could only imagine that my Lady Empress thought them safe from any trouble Yesha yet might bring, but now the consumption is not of Yesha. I fear it is trouble that is beyond even the beast in dough. I must leave soon. I thought I heard it. The jungle is worse than I knew. I've traveled for nearly a 10-day, not yet reached even the outskirts of the Imperial Gardens. I must travel extra fast. I have had to go far out of my way to avoid the consumption. They are everywhere, stalking, destroying, scorning the balance at every turn. I must travel in stealth, far from the path and stream, lest I lead those twisted bows into the Eternal Lady's most hallowed ground. Her eternity's faith during this troubled time brings me great honor. I have reached the holy gardens and breathed the jungle's breath. Let's see. The same air of our ancestors and mortals did breathe. These lands were once expansive and beautiful, tended by the widow's most talented hands, but nature has long had its way here. The balance must ever be appeased. This makes my task more difficult. The gardens are unkempt, and their resplendence obscured, yet they remain an ever-expansive tangle of verdure. Finding my lady's palace will be more difficult than I had hoped, yet find it I must, for the consumption is on my hooves. And though these gardens belong to the balance, I fear even the balance cannot hold against the consumption forever. I must complete her eternity's errand before it's too late. The consumption is here in the gardens, not yet in force, but I've seen evidence of the false sapling's passage. Scouts, perhaps? Do they hunt me, or do they spread of their own accord? It matters not. My quest remains the same, only the urgency is crested. At long last I have found the palace. It is truly glorious. The jungle has reclaimed what the pan have made, but its beauty is undiminished. If anything, the balance has made the stones more magnificent. Alas, the only ingress I have yet found is closed to me. I have no key. Could her permanence, neglected and former most transient servant? No, the Eternal Lady would not have sent me on a fool's errand. She trusts me to deduce whatever truth is needed. I must not fail her. The consumption is here, at the very gates. I have thus far escaped their notice, but they are unremitting. My opportunity wanes. I must find a way in, yet the key eludes me. Surely the ancients must have left some clues or marks on these hallowed grounds. Surely her permanence would not abandon me to ruin's folly. I must keep looking. I cannot give in, not after coming so far. The only road to failure is surrender. Yeah. Yeah, there's another locked chest. Oh, I'll take that. I'll eventually find a way to open those doors. I could only see it briefly. I'll eventually get it. Why did it do so little damage to it? There's closed doors here too. Can I actually open this though? Okay, this is the locked door he was talking about.
Oh, it's over.
I'm gonna eventually get that. It's so far away, I do so little damage to it. But whenever I attack it, it spawns enemies. Alright. That's actually interesting to note. Alright, we got Pack Hunter. Where is that? Sounds coming from over there. Alright, we can go down there, or we can go right over here.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, they fucking teleported to us. They were like, we're having none of that crap. No sniping.
It's over.
I'll take that.
Here they come.
And that just leads back to where I was. But there's galvanized iron there. That made stopping by here all the more worthwhile.
Okay.
Oh, that boss actually, he was not happy about that. Oh, that is hilarious. Like, I can whittle him down little by little, but damn, this is getting annoying. But he's a little bit imposing when he does stop by. Especially that shocking part. jacked. I got jacked up. Oh my god. Oh. I think there's a cooldown on the doggo reviving you. Yeah, there's a 2-minute cooldown. Yeah. All my progress, my 5% damage on that bird of destiny just gone. Wait. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go check if I got more galvanized iron. Make my submachine gun a little bit more submachine gun-y.
Hey, you're back.
Ooh, she had 10 for me that time.
Take care of yourself, you hear me?
Oh, driver.
Alright. Get the sword up, or... Okay, that's hardened iron. Galvanized iron for this one. Oh, I'm 1 galvanized iron away from having a maxed out, well, done with galvanized iron for my core weapons.
Be safe out there.
But yeah, this is probably gonna be a good stopping point for the night. I hope you enjoyed watching me, Cinna. I had a lot of fun talking with you while playing. Tomorrow I'll get my revenge on this area. And if I'm lucky, maybe I'll convince myself to start a little earlier. I'll eventually overcome my YouTube addiction, maybe, possibly. But yeah. You have a good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow with more Remnant 2. And on Wednesday, I'm going to actually be doing 30XX, which is like a roguelike Mega Man game. They've been in early access for a while, but on Wednesday they become 1.0, so I'll be playing that on Wednesday. So, something to look forward to. But yeah, you guys have a good night. Take care of yourselves.